Hey there. I have no idea what this video is going to be about. I have no clue. I just hit record and here we are. I did write this down. You know, just I just have the need to do something else. So here I am, doing something else. I guess I just feel like I've been watching these YouTube videos. Just these people just going recording themselves, talking in front of a camera about anything really, about just life, about what they're thinking, and just kind of using their channel as a something of a journal. I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to do that as well because I don't know. I want to. I guess I just feel the need to have a platform to talk about things on. So, and just a way to express my thoughts and my feelings and my ideas to somewhere. Somewhere, someone has to take this. So here I am, just recording myself. Gonna upload this later. I guess I just been really feeling like I'm not really going anywhere. I am going places. Like recently, in a few days I'm going to be graduating from my community college. So that's cool. Yay, yippee. That's done and over with. And on to another thing. Eventually university. I hope. If AI doesn't take over my career by that point. And I guess just where I am in life and just what my age is, I need to find ways to have an adventure in life. Because I'm not that old. Well, I'm only 20. I'm 20 years old. In a month, I'm going to be 21, so if I'm still doing this, I might make a video about that, but it feels like for the majority of my life, I have just been like stuck in a cage. Like, I know my childhood was mostly robbed by school. And I feel like the freedoms that I had, or the experiences that I could have had, are just. What I'm trying to say is, I'm basically having to play catch up from all that I missed out on in childhood because I've just been so concerned about grades and just doing well in school and all this, and they just keep you busy, that I've never had time to just be a kid. And I'm still a kid. I know that, and I need time to be a kid. I don't know. So this is just part of my adventure. I'll probably continue this because I got other things on my mind right now, and a whole bunch of other things like loneliness. That's a big one right there. That's a big one. And also just finding love, and also just also finding a reason to keep on living. That's also another one. Although I haven't really thought about that for a little while, since I feel like I'm in motion right now. Like I'm kind my attitude at the moment is just kind of like fuck it, we go. But I haven't thought about that in a minute, so that's not really on my mind. But that's a thought that comes around once in a while. Just finding purpose. Because why? Just the idea of survival is such like a paradox of an idea. Like, you suffer to continue suffering, and in the midst of that, you're supposed to find some sort of reason to keep suffering and to keep living. It's not always obvious, and you just have to find something to keep you alive, and then you get to the question of why am I alive, and it's a whole spiral of questions. What's the whole meaning of this? And perhaps the meaning is just what I'm doing right now. Adventure. And I guess as you get from, time to from phases in life, your reason for living changes. Right now, as a young adult, it's the adventure. That's my purpose. The joy of living, being in the moment, chasing, trying things, this, that. And then, once I get a little older and, things, I get a foundation going, then maybe, my purpose for living will change. And then they'll just kind of change as it goes on. And that's just life. But I felt like before I made this, like, adventure realization, I had a really hard time finding purpose in life. Because there wasn't. The only purpose I had was to just go to school. And that was it. And that's not much of a purpose. Because the idea of just, education. Just your future. That's so vague. That's such a vague idea. And adventure is too, but it feels like adventure is a much more meaningful word than education or future, especially at this point. And especially for a kid. Like, a kid's not going to be thinking about that. Though he should. Because, that's sort of like the strategy, I guess, is just to have some adventure, but also still be progressing towards a point. Which I guess I am doing. This is going to aid me eventually, I think. It's going to take some time, but it will. It's just practice. It's just expressing myself. It's just adventure. It's the adventure of life, I guess. Like I said, I had no idea what this video is going to be about. I'm just kind of rambling, but I guess that's what's on my mind right now is adventure. That whole concept. Yeah. I guess should I continue? Yeah, why not? I'll continue. So earlier today, um, as I've been going on this adventure, I want to change myself. So I started wearing like better clothing, looking after myself, self improvement, that whole thing, and I bought a watch because I want to wear a watch, and I got the little needle kit that you have for it, and little this little shit, like, you line it up, you try to get it on there, and it always like falls around, and you gotta like line it up perfectly. You gotta have like the precision of a surgeon, and I don't have that precision. Like, I got big hands, I can't do that. So like you try to, fiddle with these little things, try to get this pin through this hole, and the fucking pin got stuck in it, and so it's like, I don't know, but this is, it pissed me off. It really just did, because you gotta like keep it on there, and then you gotta I don't know, dude. And then you gotta line it up perfectly, because these pins, it's like you got the little, I guess, checkpoint little hole where like the pin is, because I need to shrink it. And so you take this device and you screw it, and it's supposed to push this pin out of the watch checkpoint thing. But instead, that little pin on the device that's supposed to push the other pin out, this pin here got stuck inside the watch, and it pissed me off. So I'm probably not going to bother with that watch. I'm going to get some other bullshit bracelet thing. I don't care. Because I got small wrists. I got big hands, but small wrists. So it's like I kind of have to have something there to, look good. Because I want to look good. Because for too long I've just been doing the whole t-shirt and jeans combo. And that's getting old. So I got to change. I got to change something. I got to do something else. Can never stick to one thing. That's a video idea. Just, you can't really change. I mean, you can't stop changing. I guess it's part of my problem. But do I want to continue? I don't know. I guess I'll share this one last thing. So I've been trying to find a girlfriend, right? I've been trying to build up the courage to approach a girl. Now, I've had a girlfriend before, but we haven't talked since like September when we broke up then. So, and that was such like a lightning in a bottle moment, because she was so obvious with her green flags that I just had to, I mean, she's just so obvious. I had to go. I had to take it. But now that I'm like here, and not a whole lot of women like just show off green flags. I mean, a lot of them are pretty, phone in their face, or just kind of focused on something. And just the idea of like interrupting them to talk to them is like, that's a scary idea. But anyway, I was walking through like Walmart, like just, I was thinking I would approach someone, but I was more or less just kind of figuring out how I would, just studying my thought process before then anyway. I guess that's what happened. And I have this bad habit of looking at someone and then making an entire story of their life up in my head, that can excuse myself. That can excuse me from talking to them. And sometimes those stories, that the stereotypes that I create, sometimes the stories I make up about this person's appearance, sometimes that's right. Sometimes that might be wrong. Who knows? Who the fuck knows anything about this? So I kind of don't know. I don't know. It's just one of those things that's just fear. Fear really gets in the way a lot. Fear's a fucking terrible thing, because I know what's on the other side, and I know I wouldn't mind that, but it's just getting over that first hurdle. That's the hardest part. Like, I had the same feeling about, like, going to the gym. Like, for the longest time, I've been very anxious about going to the gym, and then, like, I think it was in, it was like in the, around the end of February, I started going, and then once I started going, I just kind of made a routine, and it just kind of became something for me. Just became just every day after that. Not every day, but, like, just a part of my week after that. So this could be that same thing. It's just getting over that anxiety, getting over that fear, that first hurdle first. So yeah, but I can, like, I might go into, like, a whole other video about that. This video has just been kind of just a sort of session, It's been just kind of just whatever pops in my mind, whatever has been going on in my day, because I don't really know what this video is gonna. I didn't know what this video is gonna be about, but I guess I know now. And we're on, like, almost to, like, 18 minutes. Goddamn. I'm a big rambler, aren't I? Get me in front of a microphone and I could talk all day. I'm good at that. But it's not always clear. It's not always just succinct, but I can do it. I did do it. So here we are. So yeah, that's what's been going on. I might make more of these, I might not, who knows, but at least I made a video. At least I did something different today. So I did something different. Yay. I feel good about myself. I feel good about trying something new. Because that's just where I am in life. I've had time to try something new. So, and it's also just cool seeing other people doing the same thing on YouTube, where they just go in front of a camera and just microphone and just kind of talk. Just talk about anything. Some people like it, I don't know if people will like this. I'm sure the how scatterbrained I've been might deter some people. I know it would deter me from watching it. But, I mean, maybe some people will enjoy it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think I'll end it there. So, I might talk again later. We'll see. But, yeah. Y'all take care now. Alright. I'll see you.